NiExtend is our extended release nicotinic acid product. It bypasses a lot of the negative effects that niacin normally has, like flushing. It's well known for its effects in cardiovascular health, like lowering LDL cholesterol, lowering triglycerides, and increasing HDL levels.
You know something about that? Most products on the market, in fact, most drugs don't increase HDL. They all do the lowering, so that's a real unique difference with NiExtend.
We have some clinical studies that actually show side by side NiExtend versus statin medications, and they perform at least as well as statin medications, but oftentimes better than. More recently, research has come out to show that it also helps with NAD+ levels. Are you familiar with NAD+?
Yeah, NAD+ is for cellular energy.
Also DNA repair.
And DNA repair, yes.
Recently, especially at SupplySide Global, NMN has been touted as an important NAD+ producing compound. But research has actually shown that to orally consumed NMN needs to be converted into nicotinic acid before it can enter the NAD+ pathway.
So it actually has a longer path to get to cellular energy than does NiExtend.
Also, to enter that pathway and be converted into nicotinic acid, you have to have a healthy gut microbiome. So it's reliant on that even to enter that pathway.
So that leads to unique improvement or unique differences with NiExtend in terms of its ability to help cardiovascular health.
Absolutely.
So the digestive lining runs all the way from the mouth, right all the way down through your digestive system. And we have a product called Pepsin GI. Pepsin GI is a zinc carnosine which repairs, supports, rejuvenates the lining in your digestive system.
Is that mucosal lining the same thickness throughout your digestive system?
No, it actually changes throughout the system, and certainly in your trachea it's very narrow, and so it's easily damaged. And
so that's why heartburn would be so bothersome.
And heartburn is so bothersome because of that. You immediately feel the effects of the acid going up because it damages the lining. And Pepsin GI is a product that's designed to minimize that. And not only that, with its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, it supports IBS.
But also, it obviously aids the body's natural healing process.
And the body's natural healing products. So it's got quite a very unique and broad impact on the lining of the digestive system.
Often when people think about butyrate, they think about the lower GI and the colon, because that's where your body would be fermenting fibers. And if you're lucky, your gut microbiome's healthy and you'd produce butyrate there. Butyrogen is a direct butyrate generator that works regardless of the state of your microbiome, and it produces butyrate higher up in your GI. Recent research has shown that it has benefits for both upper and lower GI, showing the overall benefits throughout the body.
Yeah, and we have a clinical study which was just completed and published that shows exactly that. And there was something else, Ed, that came out of that study that was really interesting.
So the overall population experienced this wonderful improvement in belly pain. Digging a little deeper, since 68% of the participants of the study were female, we were able to look at females separately, and we saw that they had an even greater improvement with belly pain. We were able to dig one step deeper, looking at postmenopausal females. They had the greatest improvement of any group in the study.
So that's very unusual that you have a product that actually helps with the digestive system, with reducing belly pain, improving constipation and reflux, but yet with women, we get an added benefit.
So the gut-brain axis has had a lot of attention lately. What it is, it's a linkage between our digestive system and our brain. allowing them to communicate with one another. It does this through nerves, hormones, and metabolites, which are often produced by microbiota digesting things. In our case, we have butyrogen. It directly produces butyrate, one of those metabolites that can communicate between the gut and the brain.
So butyrate is a signaling molecule. And did you know that 80% of the cells in your body, and especially in the brain, have butyrate receptors? So there's got to be a reason for that, a communication between butyrate, which is generated in the gut, and the brain.
Absolutely, and this is something we've actually seen in a recent clinical study that's in the peer review process. We actually see improvements in communication that's taking place between the gut and the brain as it relates to emotional well-being and states of mind.
And has this been published yet?
It hasn't. It is in the peer review process, hopefully coming out soon.
So we're really excited about that, and we're just waiting for it to get published, and we'll have probably the first clinical study ever done on the gut-brain axis showing the connection between the gut and the brain.
As long as it's pertaining to butyrate.
L-theanine is an amino acid which supports your cognitive brain function. It relaxes you, it calms you, and improves your sleep, and has a whole bunch of other improves executive function, and has a whole bunch of other positive benefits.
I've heard people refer to it as Buddha in a bottle.
Buddha in a bottle, absolutely. It's just that relaxation, and it actually happens within 45 minutes. It's really fantastic.
Is that something you could feel?
You can actually feel the effects with suntheanine. Now, suntheanine is the number 1 choice for L-theanine. It's the original L-theanine. And did you know that suntheanine, that not all theanines are created equal? Suntheanine is unique and different.
How's it manufactured?
It's produced in a way that is identical to how L-theanine is found in tea, because that's where it comes from. And using the same enzymes that are in the tea plant to produce suntheanine. That's not the case with other L-theanines on the market.
Does it have a lot of clinical studies that validate all the things you just talked
Oh
about?
my goodness. There are over 50 clinical studies and hundreds of scientific studies on suntheanine. It is one of the most studied dietary supplements in our whole industry. These studies are gold standard, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies that show these benefits that I just talked about for stress and sleep and calm and relaxation, and even animal studies with dogs for anxiety, to reduce anxiety.
I know my dog experiences that when there's thunderstorms.
When there's thunderstorms, and separation anxiety as well is an important function of, and helps with, suntheanine helps with that. In addition to that, suntheanine is the only L-theanine that has been studied for safety in terms of all the toxicity studies, and then an FDA GRAS, which is notification, which is generally regarded as safe. So it's the gold standard of regulatory approval for L-theanine for a dietary supplement. And suntheanine is the only L-theanine that has that certification.
You talked about suntheanine being produced in a way that's similar to how it's made in tea leaves. Can you explain a little more about that?
Yeah, sure. Nature created it and we fermented it. And so we have the original suntheanine. And remember, it's suntheanine calm, suntheanine focus, and suntheanine clarity.